account, and you guessed it, that one account is the NSA. So far, Snowden has nearly 1 million followers. Now do the math, that's almost 900,000 more followers than the NSA has. Snowden, who lives in Russia, was welcomed to the Twitterverse by people like astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Snowden's response, quote, "Thanks for the welcome, and now we've got water on Mars. Do you think they check passports at the border? Asking for a friend." But not everyone is sending warm wishes. Republican presidential hopeful George Pataki wants Snowden banned from Twitter. Twitter is a great American company that should not give a platform to terrorists or traitors. Shut down Snowden today, he tweeted. Joining me now to talk about all of this is the former deputy director for training at the NSA, Cedric Layton. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Carol. It's good to be with you this morning.
It's nice to have you here. So you're former NSA. Isn't this embarrassing?
Well, I guess you could say that, especially when you look at the different numbers of Twitter followers and compare them. But with Snowden's almost 1 million followers, you have a situation where people are clearly interested in what he has to say and what he's up to. With the NSA, people are looking at it as kind of a government bureaucracy, and chances are it won't be followed as much. But it is interesting that he is only following the NSA and no one else at this point.
Well, he's taunting the NSA. He's poking at them. Do you think he's getting to them?
Well, I think, the NSA has some pretty thick skin normally. However, he did do a lot of damage to NSA, and of course they're looking at, the things that he's saying. One of the things that I noted in his tweets was the fact that he is working on some, quote, secret projects, unquote, with that Freedom of Press, which is another Twitter handle that, is associated with some of his actions. So there are a lot of things that NSA and the Department of Justice are looking at, but, at this point in time, I think it's going to be interesting to see how the political dialogue evolves around what he's going to do.
I just wondered, do you think that the NSA is meeting about Edward Snowden's Twitter account?
I don't think so. I think he would like to think that that's the case. NSA has to deal with a lot of operations, and they're probably more worried about what the Russians are doing in Syria right now than they are about Edward Snowden, although I wouldn't be surprised if the Department of Justice is paying a little bit of attention to it at this point.
Yeah, because is it possible to shut him down legally?
Not really. Twitter is a platform. It's kind of like the telephone used to be, and it's become ubiquitous all around the world. And it's highly unlikely that he would be shut down by Twitter, because that would cause such an outcry among a lot of people, even those opposed to Snowden's viewpoint. It's highly unlikely that Twitter by itself would go ahead and shut it down. If he's not engaged in anything illegal, if he's not engaged at, as far as can be seen by Twitter, and if he's not, fomenting, let's say, some kind of, terrorist upheaval or something like that, which I don't think he would do, I doubt very much that Twitter would do that.
All right, Cedric Layton, thanks for your insight. I appreciate it.
You bet, Carol.
Thank you. It's a race against time on Capitol Hill today, with the deadline for a government shutdown rapidly approaching. Lawmakers are rushing to pass a new funding bill. Will they be successful? We'll talk about that next.
We asked people to tell us something that happened in their past and something that might happen in their future. The good things were put on yellow magnets and the bad ones on blue. The results show the past was a pretty even mix of good and bad, yet the future was almost all good things. Now that you've seen the results of this experiment,